Yo, what is up, guys? This is RizzyPOW, and I'm here with week 3 of the MPL against Jack, or just Weavile, and I'm here with this team over here. Make sure to go check out Jack. I'll leave the links to him in the description below. He is going to, he just started a new challenge. Sorry, I'm stuttering and stuff. It's actually pretty late at night, but he just started a new challenge, so make sure to go check that out. And also, I'm gonna be post-comming this one because stuff happened in the live comm, and I'll go into a little bit of that in this video. So yeah, I have my team right over here versus Jack, and I'm gonna explain it a little bit for maybe a minute or two. I brought a Toxic Orb Gliscor with I think it was 2 offensive moves: Knockoff, Earthquake, Protect, and Taunt. I brought Taunt for Pokemon like, Chansey. I can beat it one-on-one with this thing, as well as, Skarmory would be nice, so prevent a defog or getting up rocks, and, all that sort of stuff, because he does have a really bulky team. He's actually using the same core that I used last season when I won the MPL. He's using the Mega Slowro Chansey core. But, yeah, so that's why I brought Gliscor. It was really good versus his team. And then my next Pokemon is going to be the Bronzong, and this is my 100% switch in for his Kyurem, because Kyurem can't do shit to this thing. Honestly, it can't. It's a Spadef. I run his Spadef variant. It also helps versus Garchomp, because Garchomp cannot touch it with its main 2 stabs unless it runs something like Crunch or Fire Fang, which I thought he might have ran, but yeah. Also, yeah, Bronzong was really nice for this team. Gliscor also dealt with Heracross, which was pretty nice, and that's why I brought it. I brought T-Tar because of the Fursuit trapping. When I built this team, I realized I was really weak to stuff like Chandelure, and Chandelure could just rape this team. So I brought this thing because if he wants to try revenge killing something, I can Pursuit trap that thing. I can switch into almost any variant of it, except like a Specs or Life Orb variants. An Energy Ball is still gonna hurt, but I can still do a lot of damage to it. Also, I also brought rocks on the Tyranitar. So yeah, that's why I decided to bring it. Sorry, my mom walked in again. This all happens like every single recording. But my next Pokemon is going to be the Mega Pinsir. I just brought a Swords Dance set, and my last I brought X Scissor on this thing for his Mega Slowbro. It can't really touch Skarmory, unfortunately, though. But I just thought X Scissor would have been really nice. I was debating between that and Close Combat, but I decided to go with X Scissor. And I have a Zoomer right over here. This is the Belly Drum variant with Belly Drum Aqua Jet. Play rough. And my last move is actually freaking Refresh. I brought Refresh because I didn't need the last move slot. And if you want to try Skull Burning me as I set up a Azumarill on his Mega Slowbro, I can just Refresh off the burn if he does get a burn. So that was the reason why I brought Refresh. And my last Pokemon is going to be an offensive Rotom Heat Expert Belt with 3 attacks plus Pain Split, because if there's any situation where he needs to switch in a Chansey on me and I'm like low at health, I can always get my health back with Pain Split, because Chansey has like base 200 HP or some shit. So that's the reason. That was kind of a explanation why I brought certain members on my team. And now for the actual battle. During this battle, I didn't end up live calming it because stuff ended up going a bit later than I thought it would have, and I ended up having to leave pretty soon after this battle started. I had only 40 minutes to complete this battle, and I should have honestly just told Jack, let's battle the next day because I don't have that much time. But I just ended up going with it, and I was extremely stressed out in the live comm. It was not good. So I didn't really want to upload that, and I didn't even finish live calming it. The battle ended up just taking that full 40 minutes. And about 25 to 30 minutes into the battle, I just said, screw this. I got up and I started walking around while making my plays. So I didn't even record all of it. So that's why. So I was extremely stressed this battle. And I did make some misplays. I'll tell you guys about that. But obviously the result, I'm not using this as an excuse or anything. So don't think that. Don't think that. So I am going to start the battle right now. I'm going to start the battle right now, and I'm just going to lead off with my Gliscor because I thought it was a really good lead, and I should just protect it first turn. I don't know why I went for Knockoff when his most probable switching was going to be Slowbro. So I get rid of his ban, but I also got rid of my Toxic Orb before I got poisoned. So Gliscor is now useless because I can't even take on Heracross without that Toxic Orb. And I don't have a switch into Heracross anymore. Even though I removed his ban, it's still a huge threat. Kyron comes out. I'm going to go on my Bronzong because he can't do anything to me. He goes for sub, so immediately I think he's a sub Roost variant, which he is. That means he only has 2 attacks, so I was thinking Ice Beam, probably either a Dragon Stab or Earth Power. That's what I was thinking right over here. I just go for Iron Head, and I have Iron Head over Gyro Ball because it helps me better deal with his Florges. I can do a lot more damage to it rather than the Gyro Ball. And I go over Toxic right there, and I actually miss. And that kind of is alright because he might have been Guts. So I just switch out on my Gliscor. I don't have any switching for this, so I might as well kind of sack Gliscor, get like almost no damage on it. So I just decided to go to Gliscor. Now I'm going to go for the EQ, get some damage off on this Kyurem. I don't know why he switched out right there, honestly, when he could have killed me with the Stone Edge. Maybe predicted the switch, but honestly, I was just sort of sacking this thing off at this point. Gliscor, I'm going to switch out Gliscor, keep it as some death fodder because there's no reason to sack it off right over there when I have a perfect switch into Bronzong. So I'm going to switch into Bronzong right here, and I think right over here, I went for Toxic last time on this thing. I think I just go for the Iron Head. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just go for the Iron Head just in case he tries to switch in his Heracross or something. Yeah. So like trying to get a guts boost, and right over here I knew this thing probably had crunch, and I'm like, I should probably scout for that, and I don't know why I stayed in. So I'm losing a ton of health right here. That really sucks because this thing walls a ton of his team. It can deal with like his Florges, it can deal with Kyurem, it can just take a ton of hits overall. So it could even deal with Slowbro. So I just let that thing get weakened, and I'm going to try to heal this thing up because it has no reliable recovery. I'm going to try to get a lot of health leftovers back throughout the entire battle. And I'm just going to switch out into Tyranitar. He not end up bringing Chandelure to this battle, so Tyranitar was almost useless. The only thing it really could do is get up rocks and maybe deal a little bit of damage. So I'm going to set up my rocks over here, and he's going to go for the Scald. He gets the first turn burn, which is fine. Sort of wish I carried Dark Pulse, but I didn't, just in case he had like a Calm Mind variant. But right here, I'm just going to go and spam Stone Edge until Tyranitar dies because this, okay, one Stone Edge puts him in range of +6 Play Rough from Azumarill, and another one that puts him in range of +2 X Scizor from my Mega Pinsir. So that was the reasoning why I just decided to sack off Tyranitar. And Azumarill is actually looking like it can sweep right here. If I set up a Belly Drum, I just pretty much need to find out his last move slot on Kyurem, or even get him to the point where about 40% where +6 Aqua Jet will take him out, and even weaken his Skarmory so it can't whirlwind me out or anything once I set up. Because Aqua Jet only does like 67% to a defensive Skarm, and he's going to switch out right over here, and I'm just going to go for the Volt Switch. I'm getting a powerful Volt Switch off. It's a Florges, not doing anything, but I'm getting Switch Initiative, and I'm going to be able to go out into this thing. Sandstorm subsides, and I'm going to be able to get some leftovers health back. So that I'm already really weakened, so I'm kind of playing off trying to get as much leftovers health as possible. And then he's going to switch out, and I'm going to get even more leftovers health back. So that is really cool. He's going to switch out on this thing. I just went for the Iron Head, and I get quite a bit of damage off on this thing. And even more leftovers health back. So I think I'm going to... No, I'm not green yet. I'm not green yet. Also, it's also looking like Mega Pinsir might be able to sweep, but he does have a Skarmory, so I can't... That's not that good. So, right over here, I just decided to sack off Gliscor. It's not doing anything. Gliscor and Tyranitar, unfortunately, didn't do much this game, which really sucks. I'm now just going to go out in this thing, go for the Volt Switch, and take this thing out. So, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. What does he go on tonight? I go on the Bronzong, yeah. I guess the more leftovers held back. I thought it was just my best switching because he did not really have anything for Bronzong. He goes on this thing, and I think I just switch out. No. Yeah, I think I switch out because the crunch is pretty obvious, and he expects me to switch out. But the thing is, I went out into my Rotom Heat, so I got a lot of switch initiative right there. And I knew the switch into this thing was pretty obvious. And by the way he's been playing this Garchomp, it looks like it's Scarf. So he has to lock himself in a move now. I was fine with this because I thought he was going to lock himself in a crunch. He could have gone for Dragon Claw, but that gave me Rain with Azumarill. And if I set up a Belly Drum right there, I could have easily just swept him. Or at least weakened him weaken that Skarm, which would have been nice for Mega Pinsir. He needs his Skarm really healthy. So... That's why he locked himself in a crunch, and it didn't do that much damage to Rotom Heat, so I just took him out with a HP Ice. I didn't even need to go for Overheat and risk the Misc or anything, and we now see that his last move is Focus Blast with his Kyurem, so that means Belly Drum Azumarill can even set up on this Kyurem. He doesn't even have Earth Power, so that is really nice for me. All right now I need to do is just weaken that Skarm a little bit, and then I can set up with Azumarill. So I'm gonna, Bronzong unfortunately is gonna get sacked right here. It's been doing a lot of work though. It walled its Kyurem. I know it got weakened with that crunch, which was definitely a misplay. I shouldn't have done that, but the Ice Beam is gonna take out my Bronzong, and he's gonna get some more leftover health back. So I'm still looking in a really good position because I can just go into a Mega Pinsir and I can go for a quick attack. Now he does expect this, but he's gonna die to rocks, so he has to get a defog off, or you know, Kyurem is dead. And I'm just gonna go for a quick attack. I get a safe Mega Evolution off, and I'm not gonna do any damage to the Skarmory, obviously. But this gives me a free switch into the Rotom Heat. He could have definitely defogged right there, or even set up his own hazards. That might have been a good play, but he just decides to Brave Bird, so that kind of sucked. Well, not sucked. Like, I don't know. It didn't do that much damage to my Rotom Heat. And right here, he actually decides to sack Skarm, which is huge because now Belly Drum Azumarill can sweep, and even Mega Pinsir can just sweep. I don't even need a Swords Dance potentially to even sweep at this point. He's going to go on this thing, and I can just X-Scissor him. After Rocks, it is for sure going to take him out. So I take him out right there. I guess he did not expect me to have X-Scissor. Mega Slowbro goes down, and I think he was not even defensive Florges. I think it was Spadef Florges. So he was not even able to take this return. I know I'm skipping a little bit ahead, but yeah, I think only after Florges he only has his Kyurem left, not Kyurem Black. So Kyurem goes down by rocks. So that was a pretty good game. I definitely think that he could have done better if he did not sack off Skarmory over there. I was also super stressed out of this battle. After this battle finished, I just threw my DS on my bed and I ran outside because I had to go. But yeah, this was a really good battle. Another thing that I thought he should have done, I was really scared about Pokemon like Chandelure, and I was actually kind of scared about Shaman. I did have a Rotom Heat, which Shaman could not touch, and I could, in return, overheat it. So I did have a switch in, or at least like a pivot with that thing. But Shaman definitely was a really scary Pokemon because it really threatened Pokemon, you know, such as Azumarill, and I mean, I did have a Pinsir, but still, it was really scary because my wall, I don't have anything to wall, like, my 3 walls I brought, Tyranitar, Gliscor, and Bronzong, they can't wall a Shaman because there's like a 40% chance for Spadef to drop, so I can't do it. I don't even have any reliable recovery except with Gliscor. I have the Poison Heal, but I lost my Toxic Orb as well. That was a dumb play also. I should have protected that first turn. I went for knockoff for almost no reason. But yeah, another thing that was kind of interesting, he actually did bring a Scarfchomp. He told me after the match. So I don't know. Over half my team is immune to ground, which I actually just found out a week ago. So I don't know. I don't think Scarfchomp was the way to go. Maybe if he ran something else, he could have actually won. So yeah, it was actually kind of a close battle. It was a 3-0, and we are now undefeated. We're still undefeated. We are 3-0. But I hope you guys enjoyed week 3 of the MPL, and make sure to go watch all the other matches and check out Just Weaviles channel. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.